this is, you know, one bag that I got for doing really, really well, and my parents gave it to me for Christmas, and they bought it from Harrods, and I've loved it. I love it so much. So I have the navy blue one, and it's the mini luggage. Now, I did not have the luxury of seeing all the different sizes because they were pretty much sold out during the Christmas period, and so when I got my hands on this and I saw this one, I just grabbed it, basically. You know, there was another girl also looking at it too, which I kind of felt bad, but not too bad because I wanted it. So anyway, I think she got the white one. Anyway, so yes, so they only had this color, and I think they had that white one that I said, or like almost like a stone gray, and then they had the one which I don't know the terminologies. I don't know if that one's called the Phantom or not, but it comes out a little bit more, and it's suede on the sides and then leather in the front. That was really, really beautiful, but I was worried about the suede and that getting dirty, so I just opted for this one. So I bought mine in navy blue, and I just thought that was classic, and because my favorite color is navy blue, it's like the perfect fit. It goes with everything. And then it just says basically Celine Paris, and then it has this very pointless little compartment here, and as you can see along the stitching, that is exactly the size of this little pocket here, and it has this nice gold like zipper. And I mean, I really don't know. I mean, you could technically put your phone in there and have it pop out like that, so it's convenient like that if you're sitting somewhere getting your nails done, or if you're in a coffee shop reading a book, you don't want to dig out to get your phone, place it there. That's what I basically do, and this is basically just everything that I do. So you might have different uses for different things, so comment down below if you use things a little bit differently, or if you have got any tips for me. I would love that. So yeah, I do that, and I basically tend to put anything flat there. I would worry about putting keys or anything a little bit too bulky, just because it would stretch this leather and kind of imprint that shape on here, and I think it would just be nicer to keep it as smooth as possible, but you can do whatever you want. And then what I really liked about this bag, it had a zip, and well, before we get into that, let me talk about the back. The back is exactly the same minus the zip, and then it has this little compartment here, which I actually asked what this is for, because I've seen this on a few bags as well, and she said that it had no real purpose, but what I found, which has been really, really great, is for these. And I actually put my glasses on there. So it's like that. So obviously I'm not suggesting when you're walking around for you to put your glasses on there, because it will rub and break. But again, if I'm in a coffee shop, if I'm getting my nails done, if I'm somewhere at a meeting and I'm just putting my bag down, I can just pop my glasses on there rather than going through my bag, opening up the glasses case, putting my glasses in, closing that case, putting it, you know, in the bag or taking it out, like constantly all this zip around stuff. This is just a quick, easy thing there, and it really holds it quite securely. I have not had the leather stretch or, you know, it fall off, so I really love the fact that I can use it for that. And then as I said, sorry if I'm holding my hand like this, it's basically because, as you can see, I've got some Neosporin on there. I burnt my finger, so it really is throbbing, and so I have to hold everything like this. That's why I'm looking like this. It's kind of weird. So in here it just has a big massive hole, and then it has the little zip compartment here, and then on the zip compartment it just says Celine Paris, and then it says made in Italy. I don't know if most of them are made in Italy, but mine was made in Italy. And then it just has the typical usual sort of pockets, the sort of small cell phone one, which actually is wide enough to hold your iPhone, which I really liked. It's not as small as most ones, which, you know, you could hold it for lipsticks and stuff, but I love the fact that you can hold this for your iPhone or a smartphone. And then it has the bigger flap, which I just keep like a little notebook, and it's just basically a pit. It's huge. I would compare this to the size of a Speedy 35 in terms of how big and like the compartment itself. All in all, I think it would be a Speedy 35. it is huge and it's quite heavy because it's got like really good structured leather, very sturdy, and it has the lovely square little feet, which always helps to protect your bag. And considering this is all made out of leather, it's just really nice that it has those feet. And you know, in here I just have also a wallet. The other thing I like about it is that I've tucked it in so it becomes very smart looking like this. Great for, you know, a smart event or like a meeting or whatever you use your bags for. But my favorite part, and what Celine is known for, or what's really caused the hype, is the beautiful structure of this bag and how you can bring these out and it just becomes a different shape, a little quirky, a little fun, and it's just like a very nice modern take to the bag. And the zip extends all the way to one side, the left hand side, and then it fastens in here. It has this popper here, and you can either leave it out like this and not feed it through and just kind of have these little bat wings out and then this hanging around, but you know, I like to keep it a little bit more contained. And I just love the fact that it has these, but you have that added security of the zip on one side. Obviously on this side you don't have any secureness, so someone could technically dip their hands in and pick something out, but I mean, you've just always got to be careful with whatever bag you carry. But I do like this, and I love the simplicity of this bag. It's not too showy. The logo is really petite, but I mean the shape of the bag, the whole structure of it all is really quite iconic and very, very obvious. You have a Celine bag there. So that's what I like about it. The handles you can just use basically on the crook of your elbow or just handheld. I find it very difficult, but you can wear it on your shoulder like this. But again, you have to be quite petite, and even me, who's quite fairly petite, it's a bit of a struggle, so I wouldn't recommend it. The other downside, I guess, would be that it gets very, very heavy. It is a heavy bag already, and so if you put a whole load of nonsense in there, you will find this quite heavy. So really it's only nice to carry just the necessities, so like maybe your phone, your diary, your purse, a little makeup or toiletry bag, and a pen, and maybe whatever else, like glasses. And I would say nothing more than that. Obviously, if you're taking a reading book or an iPad, it's fantastic too. You can totally do that. But with all those in, it is very heavy. So I do find it being quite heavy. But I'm used to bags like this, and that is why when I first saw this in Harrods and I picked it up, I knew I would be able to handle it. I was okay with that. A great thing about this is this mini luggage. Even though it says mini luggage, and as I've said before, it's comparable to like maybe a Speedy 35 all in all. It is huge and it's great for traveling. I love that I can put like my scarf in here. I shove my iPad in here. It is just great. So I'm going to bring my iPad for you to show you how it looks inside. So here is my iPad 2, just a regular iPad 2. And if I take this to work or whatnot, I put it in there and you can't even see it, and it's just swamped in there, and it's much bigger than it's much taller than the actual iPad 2. So I'll hold it up for you so you can kind of get an idea. So that's what it looks like. If you have the opportunity to get the smaller version, I probably would recommend that more than the mini luggage, just because I think this is really, really big. If you like big bags, this is perfect. If you definitely want to use your bags, they are an investment, but you really use them like I do, then you might want to invest in a bigger bag, because that way you can take it for work or you can use it for traveling, which I do really, really like for this. I like this bag for that. But if you're just wanting an everyday bag, a bag that is just cute and statementy but not overpowering, I would suggest the smaller version of this. And I don't think it's the Nano, because I think the Nano is really, really tiny, but the one in between. would be just as great, I think. I think it would be really, really nice. It looks exactly the same, just a little bit more compact, and I think a little bit more comfortable for people for an everyday use. So to wipe it down, I would just use a slightly damp cloth. Really, you don't need to touch it and mess with it. Nothing happens. Really, no stains have, you know, been a problem on here. I have like spilt like a little bit of a drink, and it just slipped right off. It's been in the rain. It's handled very nicely, and I love that this just gets softer and softer. When I first got it, it was quite structured and rigid, and I like that structured look because it has it, but you know, with that it was also very structured and rigid in feel. But as it warmed up and as I've been using it, it's become softer and softer, and I just love that. It's one of those bags that is great for girls who just love that really flat bottom, and you know, the floppy sides just make it a little bit more casual looking. And yeah, I love it, and just love this little design here. It's really beautiful. I highly recommend Celine bags, and I would repurchase again. I definitely am looking for maybe like the camel one. That is another one that I would really, really enjoy. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Please let me know if you have any questions. I am more than happy to help and answer anything. And yeah, thumbs up if you liked it. So I'll see you in the next video.